Hello, everybody. I wanted to come on here and share about expressive writing. And I wanted to ask the question, have you ever used writing for to release stress, or when you've been down or you've been upset or you're really worried about something? Have you ever used writing in that situation? So a long time ago, in 2008 or 2007, I discovered writing for therapy and writing for healing. And I went through a really bad experience. And so I then decided, after seeing it over and over in my mind, I decided to write it down. So in this process, I couldn't believe it because I'd been seeing it over and over, this traumatic event in my mind. And for a few weeks, and when I wrote it down, it completely disappeared, and it didn't appear again, and it's completely gone. So after this, I then wrote down every day for the following year. I wrote down things that were coming up, coming out of a very negative marriage that I was in at the time. So then I discovered, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I really want to help other people and show them how simple this is. So then I was asked to do a workshop. And so I did this workshop with some ladies who'd been through a lot of abuse. Before I did this, I did some research, and I discovered that since the 1980s, there has been so much research done on the benefits and the effects of writing things down. So there's so many benefits. There's physical benefits to your health, less visits to the doctor, less visits to psychologists, counselors, immune system boosted. You have, what else? There's so many of them. I've got like a complete list, but there's been more than 2,000 studies done since that time in the last 40 years. And I just wanted to highlight the fact that there's the benefits of writing things down is not just mental and emotional, it's also physical. So our immune system is boosted. It reduces our blood pressure. So I've been practicing for the last 20 years, and probably earlier in my life because I enjoyed writing things down. So the thing is that there's a few sort of guidelines for how to do writing for therapy. You need to be really honest. So there's a bit of a difference between writing, expressive writing, and journal writing. So journal writing, you can just write whatever's going on, and you can explain things that are happening at that time in your day. So it's a bit more shallow, it's a bit more on the surface. However, expressive writing is different to this. It has to go deeper. You have to talk about your emotions in a deep way and your thoughts in a deep way. So this is where you also have to keep it completely confidential, and you have to make sure that these two things are present. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So they found in the studies that if people wrote in a shallow way, the effects and the benefits didn't come. And also if people were not given confidentiality, it also doesn't work. So the thing is that we often, we censor ourselves when we're talking to other people, and we make sure that we've got an audience. So we're kind of, we're sort of bringing our, we're catering to the audience. We're catering to that person in front of us. But once we sit down with a pen and paper and we have no one who's looking over our shoulder, no one is going to be, just reading what you've written, then we can actually get deep and we can actually release a lot of stress inside of us. So over the last 18 years, I've done many, many workshops, and I've worked with hundreds of people. And in addition to this, I've written a couple of books, and I also have an online course and a journal as well. But in this experience, I've seen so many people released and feel peace and feel this peace and release that comes out of out of just expressing these emotions on the page. The other guideline that we have to remember is to not worry about grammar, spelling, or sentence structure. So we need to just simply express ourselves the way we need to express ourselves. And there's sometimes I get the question in my workshops, oh, have you ever had anyone who's been triggered? And the thing is that I've never had anyone, not once, be triggered in my workshops. And the reason is because when I ask a question for people to write something down, they choose what they're going to write. They choose what the subject matter is, and they choose how far and how deep they go into that. So it's actually pretty cool. Like the fact that the reason is because they're safe in that writing. It's all under their control. There's no one asking them to write anything that's uncomfortable for them. It's completely in your own control. And this is why it provides the most holistic form of healing. It crosses both sides of our brain, and it also goes into the unconscious. So science, psychology has discovered, and neuroscience, that we live 95% out of our unconscious. So all of the things that have happened to you are all stored in your brain. So I also get asked the question, can't we just leave things in the past? But that would be great if that was true. But the problem is it's not true. So we can't leave things in the past because they actually affect our daily life. So this is why writing for therapy, writing for healing is so good, because you can write down any memories that come up for you every day, write them down. And as you go, you will start to feel that you are being released. So I just wanted to share all of that with you. I have many ways that I can help you to do that. So if you would like a free guide, I'll put it in the link in the description below. So also, if you're interested in expressive writing, then subscribe to my channel, because I talk about expressive writing and different techniques. And yeah, I would love to connect with you. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.